All right, folks, we are back once again in Mon Bazou, and you want to know how much of a ding-dong Camodo is? Well, you know how I was looking for these OEM parts last episode? I was like, oh, maybe they're at the racetrack. No, they were in my stupid shed over here. This is a mess. I've got to clean this up. So next episode, we are going to be doing a new garage setup. I actually have some reference pictures I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit of some setups some of you guys had sent me. And you guys are really good at decorating and organizing your garages. But today, what we're going to be doing, I'm still going to keep up with the plants, but we're actually going to finish a build today. So it was pretty unanimous. People wanted to see me do an OEM build, except for the engine is going to be all performance. So I interpret that as probably keeping the suspension OEM. I know it's not going to really, it's going to be a little backwards, the whole fact of you have this performance shock here that would probably make it handle better, but I think we're just going for strictly engine performance and not car handling performance, if that makes sense. So yeah, we got that. I'm going to go buy some shelves. We're going to organize this. Like, we're going to completely clean this garage up next episode. But I need to get some parts out of the way, and in order to do that, we're going to stick the OEM parts on this vehicle here. So yeah, we got the OEM hood. We could slap that on. Need to pop that open real quick. That way I can bolt it down. You guys can bolt down the thumbs up button. I don't think that really made much sense, did it? Okay, do that. Let's put that there. And then we have the OEM trunk, which I have an OEM trunk on here, right? Is that... It's the same trunk, is it not? Hold on. That's got to be. Maybe this one's... Well, maybe it's on the other... Maybe it's the other vehicle's trunk? I don't know, actually. Let me take the trunk off real quick and just make sure this is the OEM one. Now, I am still missing a couple parts. There was nothing at the racetrack, and there was only a couple body panels in my part shed. So, yeah, we're definitely going to have to... Okay, yeah, that is OEM. I just wanted to make sure. But, yeah, we're definitely going to have to go to Rogers and buy some parts. But yeah, let's try to get as much out of the way here as possible to start with. Okay, get some fresh bolts up to the front. We're going to try to use all the same bolts. I mentioned this last episode. We want all of the nice gray ones here. So let's go ahead and get those. Bolt it down. So we got this. Where's the other one? There we go. So yeah, I debated with that for a little bit as far as a sleeper build, but I want like a completely OEM build with just the performance motor. I was like, well, maybe I should keep the nice shocks on there, but no, I think I want to see what happens. It's probably not going to handle super great. I mean, as long as I keep the traction on and play around with the ECU. Speaking of ECUs, we need to do the performance ECU, so I'm going to keep that in there. Actually, I've got one around here somewhere. I've got 3 of the old ones. Where's a red one at? See, this is why I need to organize my garage, in which last episode, and I'm still looking for some more inspiration pics. Send them to either me on Twitter, which, like I said, I don't check it the most often, but I'll check them there, and or you can email me pictures. No, I didn't mean to actually set it. I need to put that in there. Gosh darn it. Stuff's so hard to grab in this garage. Okay, slap that in there. By the way, I have the OEM wheel set, right? It's these, yeah. So I could slap these on pretty easy, and they already have sport tires on there. Now, I need to put this race exhaust back on. So I think anything connected to like the powertrain, like the engine, transmission, exhaust, and the muffler, I think that's all probably eligible for sleeper build status. Also, yes, we have to put the NOS back in there, so let's put that there. But yeah, I think suspension-wise, I want to try to keep it... I want it to look and set the way the original car sets, so no adjusting. Okay, that's in. You know, is that back seat bolted in? I don't know if I ever bolted that down last episode. That's a good question. Also, I have no clue where the bumper is. Like, I'm going to do one more sweep around the house. Maybe it fell into a ditch or something. But I have not a clue where that bumper went. All right. Where is... hold on. I think there is... Okay, there we go. I didn't bolt down that back seat. So I think there's only 2 bolts to the back seat. There's one there and one there. All right, so that's bolted down. Hood's bolted down. I can go ahead and start putting in maybe the engine. So I can get one of these out of my floor. By the way, those are rally shocks. Just in case anybody points out and goes, well, there's the shocks there. Nope, those are not the ones that I need. Let's see. Engine. I'm looking for a red one. It's got to be right in front of me. I know I shoved it somewhere. What is this? That's an OEM. How do I have 2 OEM? Is that 2? Yeah, it's 2 of the OEM BMW ones here. Actually, no, this is the 12 valve. The 12 valve is the OEM for this bad boy here. All right, let me look around. Also, when I go to town, I should probably take my maple syrup trailer. I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to swap the tires. I know somebody's going to be like, oh my goodness, you just put the drag slicks on. But we pretty much proved that drag slicks on the truck aren't a good idea. So I'm probably going to swap those back. Okay, so we got that. Well, let's get the turbo down. That's the turbo intake. Okay, so turbo intake. There's the manual transmission. That's the transmission I want in there. I've got to put the intercooler on. Okay, here's tires. Can I go ahead and slap these on? I might as well go ahead and slap these on. Actually, I'm going to get the suspension in before I slap them bad boys on. Okay, so here's the OEM spoiler. Where is that OEM bumper at? Okay, I'm probably just confused, and it's probably right in front of me. See, it's a wide body bumper there. See, those are the wide body fenders. This is a unique. The unique kind of looks like the OEM one, right? I'm going to hold that one to the side. By the way, there's my performance motor. Let's go ahead and slap that in real quick. Okay, if I look at this pile here, there's a spoiler, there's truck parts, there's a carbon fiber hood, more truck parts. You see this back here? This is a wide body bumper. Did it slide down here? Maybe it is that unique one. I know it's not listed as OEM. I'll double check Rogers before I slap this on. I'm gonna stick this down here. Okay, so let's put the intercooler on. I can go and bolt most of this down. She will be ready to run here relatively soon. Get the transmission in there. Don't you wish it was this easy in real life to put parts on your car? Also, when we go to Rogers, we're buying another lift. So you know what? I might as well go ahead and talk about it now. The garages that were sent to me. Like I said, we're not going to finish the garage today, but we're going to start it. Okay, so the first garage I'm going to show off is Timothy. They have a double stacked lift system on one side that I think looks absolutely sweet. So I think we're going to do that. We might have 3 lifts, or I could just go with the 2 lifts and stack them. Also, check out the organization when it comes to rims. I think they own about every rim in the game. Absolutely impressive setup here. And the other setup I wanted to point out, which I thought was really clean, was Alex. And yeah, this garage was just pretty much wide open. Probably one of the cleanest garages I've ever seen. They only utilized 1 lift, but it's just such a nice garage setup. It was just super clean, and it made me feel bad about mine. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Those garages were absolutely clean. I liked both of them. One was a little more busy than the other, but the whole fact that they had the stacked lifts like that, I thought that was a sweet looking setup. Okay, let me get this exhaust done here. Should I keep the muffler the same? I don't know. What do you guys think? I was debating. I mean, I guess you want to keep it. It's a sleeper. Like the exhaust itself, I think, if I'm not mistaken, gives you a little bit of performance. But the muffler, we got to keep the same BMW muffler on there, like the OEM one. So I'm still undecided on the color. I'm gonna have to pick one when I go to Rogers. But I definitely want to use like one of the default colors for Beamers. So yeah, I'm gonna look up the codes here in a minute, and we'll paint it that. Okay, let's get all this bolted in. Okay, coming down off the lift. I do believe the engine is bolted in. Everything's bolted together. Honestly, I think she would crank right now. I think. I mean, if I sat in the seat, I'll notice if stuff pops off, at least I'll be able to see what I didn't bolt down. But everything looks pretty good here. So let me go ahead. Let's pop into the driver's seat. Did anything fall off? Hold on, we got to check. Not that I see. All right, on she crank. Yep. Oh man, it still sounds good with the turbo. Of course, it does have the OEM muffler on there, so not quite as loud as it could be, but it's definitely a sleeper. All right, so we got that. I don't think I'm gonna make it to Rogers in time. Oh, well, look at that. Something did fall off. It was my taillights. Well, let's stick those in, bolt those down real quick. We'll go to Rogers tomorrow. Also, might as well just pop that NOS bottle in too, get it plugged in. Just trying to get stuff out of my garage floor. Also, totally didn't realize that the bumper fell off too. Oh yeah, I gotta put a differential on here. That's one thing I didn't do to the bottom. Oh, that one's slightly undone. Okay, there's that. Where's the bumper? It's okay. There it is. All right, so rear bumper's bolted on. Also, didn't notice that the spoiler had fallen off too. Can I just do this from here? Yes, I can. Is that 1 and 1 or is it 2? No, it's just 1 and 1. Okay, so we got all that. So the rear end looks pretty good here. It's a nice looking car. Okay, so we've got those. Now I could, I don't think. Why do I not just slap these on? I could still bolt in the suspension. It isn't going to be a big deal. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, and I should have one on the floor. Boom there, and boom here. And then we can move those drag slicks up there. I still like to utilize these, but not against buying those rim shelves. Those looked absolutely fantastic, the way the one garage was set up. I like those. Universal. Oh, is this OEM? Oh, that's OEM to this car, which this car is keeping the slicks on the front. It's going to be a performance. I was tempted to maybe make it a smuggler. If we do, we might swap to something like this or off-roaders. So I should probably keep these up here. I'll organize all that here in a minute. Okay, so we got all this. That's looking good. So one thing I did notice, people do use this little thing for part storage, but they just organize it way better than I had. I just threw everything in there and called it a day. So I think we're going to try to organize the parts in here, try to stick them up against the wall, get them kind of flatten on top of each other. So try to match up, say, like the wide body fenders. So I'd like to get some of this out of the way, because this is stuff that I don't think you would hang up in your garage. Like, you can put the parts, like the body panels, in here, but say like all your rims and everything else can be displayed in the garage itself. When we do that next episode. Also, maybe I can get rid of the pile by the garage, because that looks really, really tacky. Also, I need to move the dolly trailer too, just get it out of the way. We're going to clean up this whole area. You guys are going to be, by the end of the next episode, you guys are going to be super proud, at least I hope. So real quick, I'm going to move this. Oh, you can paint these car lifts. I think I knew that, but here, I'm going to move this to the back. Okay, so if I stick this back here and lock it, is that far enough? Like, I like that double stack idea. So here, let me move this up over here. See if I've got enough room to the wall, which I do. So that would work. Actually, it would look way better if I pulled this in the other way. Try not to hit the truck off the jack stands here. Yeah, you guys wanted the build episode, you're getting it mostly. A little bit of farming though. Still got to do a little bit of that, but I'm gonna wait till I get another huge pack before I go over to the barn. I do need to go buy some more planters, though. I need to keep that moving. All right, here we go. And looking good. Okay, so she is officially in storage. The garage is already quite a bit cleaner now than it was earlier, so got that going for us. All right, we'll swap out those tires tomorrow. I'll make sure Leo is good to go here. Somebody noted the other day how I talk to Leo as if it's a real dog. You know what? A virtual dog is still as good as a real dog. I like all dogs. So get that. We'll get all these tires and stuff moved out. Like I said, I want to work on that pile. We're going to have a super clean house. Not going to lie, if I'm going to put street tires on, I need to buy one more of this rim here. Actually, do I need to buy one more of that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. I was going to swap the tires on this thing, and I was like, well, I want at least the tires or the rims to match. So I'm going to take this actually off the lift. I can take the trailer to town with slicks. It's driving on the farm road, which is virtually impossible. I mean, it's hard to drive with the slicks, but we're going to swap that out here very soon. I need to go get the correct tire or the correct rim, because I don't want no mismatched rims. We already decorated this truck. It already looks pretty good. Oh, yeah, you know what? I remembered. I was having some issues actually putting this on. I wonder if I'm going to be able to get it on. We're gonna have to try this again. Yeah, I think some people were saying the back end of the truck's too low for the trailer. So we're gonna see if I can clip it on. If not, we will take the black BMW to town, which works just as well. I mean, it's got slicks on it, but like I said, all I gotta do is get to the Sugar Shack, or not Sugar Shack, the Federation. We're going to the Sugar Shack. Brain's not working today. It's my first recording of the day. It's the morning. It's already almost hooked up. What do you think, Leo? Think we can make it? I might be able to. Hold on, let's check in here. Are we full? Okay, that's fermenting. I should probably fill up some more of these real quick. By the way, we did a shipment of wine last episode. It was 15,000. And now that's not for just this amount. Like, I was actually letting them stack over here. but I thought that was pretty impressive. Yeah, I realized I have to take the truck because I need to be able to stick stuff in the back, and not enough storage in this thing. Still not sure what I'm gonna do with this BMW here. I know it's gonna stay some form of like performance, probably keep the carbon pieces and stuff, but I don't know. I'm kind of up for anything for that one. All right, let's see if I can get this hooked up. You know, maybe my game was just being like super glitchy at the time. I don't know. It does set awfully low, doesn't it? Ooh, you gonna make me switch this out? Oh my goodness. I have made it to where I can't use this vehicle. I'm gonna have to swap this. I'm gonna have to bring it up like a couple inches, or maybe I'll look at my hitch options. I gotta go to Rogers. We'll take this probably tomorrow or the next day. It's fine as long as I get it turned in before the end of the week. I'll be able to get those residuals. You know, maybe slam down trucks aren't a good idea. I don't mind the look if they're done right. There's a lot of trucks that when they slam them, they look absolutely awful. They beat out the rear fenders, or I guess it's the rear bed to make the tires fit. And yeah, it's just, it's terrible. You know what's worse is when they're like lowered and also somewhat squatted too. Yeah, if you do that to your truck, it doesn't look good. You're not impressing anybody. Actually, you might be impressing, I guess, the other person that likes squatted trucks or lowered trucks, but to me, it doesn't look clean. Like, there are good ways to do this, and I think this one, I think it looks pretty clean, but it's just not as functional as it should be. So don't hit the school bus. Don't you pull out, gosh darn it. I got stuff to go pick up in town. You know, if I recall right, why that front bumper is called unique, does the game even give you a front bumper when you start the game? Like, I feel like that's not a thing. Hold on. Rear bumper OEM. That's a custom. That's with fog lights. That's, yeah, you know, the one I have is definitely the OEM one. So the only other one you have is the fog light option one. Honestly, that front, that custom there looks pretty good. But not for the current build. Maybe for a future build. Okay. So we've got that. Let's look for other. See, I've got the OEM steering rack. We got all this other stuff. Oh, you can just buy straight up OEM parts here. Wait, does the? Oh, you know what? The stripped down one or the other junkyard one. I'm not sure if it came with an OEM one. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Okay, it's OEM. Okay, those are good there. Uh-oh. What about the shocks? Also, here we go. You got the universal 2-inch. This one goes the other way. This will fix the truck's problem. Or maybe I should probably do the 4-inch. Let's do one of these. So if this is mounted, this will fix it, right? Because the other one goes down technically. So this one goes up, so it's like reversed. So maybe I don't have to actually change the suspension setup on the truck. All right, so we got that. Okay, where are... Huh. Do we not have OEM? Oh. Okay. So maybe I have to put the adjustable coilovers. Where? Huh. Is that not a thing? Can I not buy OEM like shocks? I thought there was a set of gray shocks. Has it been that long since I played this game? Yeah, because the black ones, those are the ones that, the fancy ones that you buy. Where are my originals at? I need to dig into that because, yeah, that's a thing. All right, and then we have the sway bars, which I don't think that really matters. We're not going to put strut bars on there. So we've got the brakes on there. I'm just checking to make sure we got everything that we need. Honestly, I think we do to get it good to go. We did confirm the front bumper is correct. Okay, so we got that. Should I go ahead and buy another lift? Should we do a 3-lift setup in there, or is that too much? Or should I stack the lifts? I'm going to wait on this. Maybe some people will probably say, should we just stack them like one in front of the other, or should we do 3? So one stack side and then one separate lift on the other side of the garage. Let me know down in the comment section below. All right, so yeah, there actually wasn't a whole lot that I needed here. So I got a question. Is that something that I could have sold? I don't think you could sell your only... Am I just missing them? Maybe they're over here. Maybe Jacques got a pair. I don't think he's got those. Hold on. What do you got over here, Jacques? Also, I forgot to buy my rims from Roger. Jacques, you wouldn't happen to have the OEM... Bingo. There they are. I knew I wasn't crazy. Also, I don't think I've ever played much with the Sport. Why do you only carry 2 of these at a time? You're going to really make me come back tomorrow and buy the others? Okay, so you got those. That's the comfy seat, which that's not what we need. Okay. I knew I wasn't crazy. I was sitting there going like, oh my goodness, how have I screwed this up? Also, those rims over there look pretty good. I really kind of like these tuned wheels. Maybe we'll buy some of these. I like the idea of the wheel shelf. I'm not gonna lie, like that honestly looks amazing. What they did. Also, that's such a tiny wheel. It's a little bitty. Wait, what is that for? Is that supposed to be for the BMW? Why is it so much smaller than the other ones? I don't know why I just now noticed that. Also, I will take a magnetic tray. Still cleaning up the garage. Yeah, I guess we have to come back tomorrow to finish the other shocks. I knew I wasn't crazy. I know it's been a long time since I played with them. I was like, there's no way. So would it have been cheating to put the sport ones on? I mean, maybe that was an option for BMW. No, I think we got to go OEM. You know, it really concerns me. I haven't had electrical bill in forever. Hopefully the game didn't glitch out. Oh, maybe I paid it like ahead or something. So real quick, stare at the rim. So it's the same rim that we have there, but I'm going to keep the drag slick on just in case I want to swap it back. So I just want to buy 2 more of these things. So it's this one here. So we will stick you up here, and then we will buy the sport tire, stick it on there, and then 1 more of these. Do you sell these shelves? Is that something you sell, or do I have to go get that at the other place? Oh, here we go. Rim shelf. We're gonna have to probably come every day to buy sets of these. I'm gonna have to actually, oh man, it still bothers me that the house doesn't have this. The racetrack has it. Like, why can't I buy this for the house? That way I could pop those rims off there and kind of do what the other person did, where they had the rim shelves, but they had just the rim set on there. That is honestly such a clean look. I wish I could do that. All right, let's get that there. So I do have some color codes for BMW colors. I'm still debating, but I think I'm gonna have to make a decision here while I'm at Rogers to paint it. All right, so those outside real quick. There we go. Okay, I got a pretty close red. I'm still debating on the colors on this. I think I'm gonna just do a red for now. It's pretty close to the one of the reds that they had used. I don't know if they used it on this particular car. Thinking about glossing it. You know, let's make it a little bit shiny. And then I think I am going to chrome the rims. I think I have chrome there. But I think like a chrome-ish, silver-ish rim. Not a metallic. I don't want to go all the way, though, with it. I want to not make it look like super chromed out, but I just want it to look shiny. Which I think I could either accomplish it. I don't know. Can I gloss the rims? Maybe I can gloss the rims. Let me get all this loaded up real quick. So yeah, still on the fence about the color. I just really like the color red on cars. So I'm going to go with that for now, and then we can always change some stuff up. Where did this blue come from? That must have been just setting here. Okay, yeah, I didn't go by the big furniture store yet because I don't think I have enough room. I'm going to go get, maybe when we go get the 2 more of the OEM shocks, I'm going to get probably 2 of the big shelves, or if they have 2 there. So yeah, I'm going to try to get this as OEM as possible. If I'm missing something, let me know down in the comment section below. Let's just stick that over there for now. I can correct stuff pretty quick here, but let's go ahead. I'm going to pop these on real quick. Boom, 1 there. And then 1 here. I want it to set like it should set, or how it originally set. Get that. We can get the bumper on there. All right, let's bolt all those down. Get this magnetic tray too. Clean up more bolts here in the garage. It's going to be clean. I am excited for this. I know, I was always doubting. I was like, should I do an episode where I clean the garage? And I was like, is that going to be entertaining for people? And most people were like, yes, we want to see this. We just want the satisfying, oh, something wasn't bolted down in there. Oh, that's it's assuring. But yeah, people just wanted the satisfying, like, hey, make your garage clean, decorate it, get it all set up here. So yeah, this red is going to be pretty close to what's on here already, but I'm going to do some paint correcting. Of course, you got the body panels that aren't matched up right now. It's going to look good, I think. Yeah, another thing I forgot to look at is the differential. I might just Google that real quick. I'm sure my comment section has already told me. But I want to double check that. I know there was the rusty one that we have. Is that the one we de-rusted? There's a potential that's it there. Watch, it's on the black BMW right now. I don't think so, but that's going to be something I'll have to double check here in the future. Okay, I did confirm it is the open differential. At least that's what the internet's telling me. Oh, I need maple syrup. How do I get this? Does it not pop in there? Oh, there it goes. So I just need to bolt that down. Still need I need some maple syrup is actually what I need. Let's grab some of this real quick. Boom. Keep good times rolling here. All right, so what's wrong, Leo? Oh, I might have left Leo in the truck. I am sorry, buddy. I will give you extra treats. Okay, I gotta focus here. My mind is going in 20 different directions. I'm like, oh, I need to go do this. Oh, I need to go do this. Oh, I need to go do this. No. Focus. Let's finish this up. Yeah, you can see the colors mismatched here. Some of it's actually glossy, too. I need to fix this. So, yeah, I just gotta go back and get the OEM shocks for the rear. So we'll have that. So I think we're gonna go full gloss here. I like every time I see a BMW, they're normally like really glossy looking. They do have some matte colors, but I don't know. What do you guys think about matte colors? I like some matte colors. It really freaking depends. Like some to me are really, really ugly. It just really depends on what like shade it is. Also, what is going on here? Ooh, I don't like the grill. Wait, what should I do with the grill? That insert probably shouldn't have a red ring around it. Probably needs to be an off. Actually, the red ring doesn't look bad. Hold on. I kind of dig that. Okay, let's get this, spray paint it real quick. Everything's just gonna be completely red for the time being. Put this over here. So yeah, another thing I need to still figure out is the seat situation. Gosh darn it, stop doing that. The seat situation. Okay, I can see the color there. All right, let's, oh, there was nothing in that paint. Go ahead and toss that one out. Hey, we're getting some of the cans out of here too. All right, so boom, thank you. Do I have another black paint in here? I should. I feel like that's a very common color that I bought here. All zeros. All right, so let's just finish spray painting this. Okay, I need to find another seat for this, don't I? All right, make sure this is blacked out into here. There we go. All right, so we have the black seat. So I'm missing a right front seat. Where is that? That's a good question. It's not in here, is it? No, I don't think so. Around here. That's just a paintable seat. That's the comfy seat. Did the game only come with one seat? Does it need to be another? This isn't the same seat, is it not? Yeah, because the headrest is different on this. So that's another one that's up for debate with the seat. Do I need two comfy seats? Because I don't know where else I would get an OEM seat like that. Yeah, so obviously there's going to be a couple things that are going to need to be touched up on this here really soon, but I'm pretty satisfied where we are here. There we go. Let's bolt it down there. All right, let me get the rims taken care of real quick. Also the gloss. I need to make sure the gloss is everywhere and all the same number. Okay, gloss is matched up. That's clean looking right now. Hold on. Let's hit a little bit of chrome on the wheels here. Not a lot. I just want them to shine a little bit more. You know, not gonna lie. I think these things are already all chromed out, aren't they? So I must have painted these ahead of time. They still don't look quite as chromed out as I thought they would, but okay. Let's put this over here. We will organize those paints here really soon. Okay, pretty happy with that. Real quick, I might as well go ahead and bring these into the shop. We're gonna back the truck up and let's swap these out real quick. Get that there. So yeah, did we just go with the comfy seat? Is that what I need to replace this with? Or is there another OEM seat that maybe I'm missing it somewhere? Leo, that was the weird. Okay, that was weird. That was a slide. You know, some people are gonna be really happy I got these slicks off. I think they look good. They're just not as practical as I'd want them to be. You know, if we could upgrade the truck's performance as far as the engine, man, this would be sweet if you could make like a drag truck. But for the time being, we're just gonna stick these over there, put that there. Okay, put that on. Let me go ahead and swap out the trailer hitch too while I'm down here. So yeah, my goal, I'm gonna go to town tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna take the maple syrup quite yet. I'll probably take it in the second half of the day. I want to go ahead and get those two shocks. That way I want to just be able to drive the OEM build. Now, the OEM build, I would say, is about 95 or 90 to 95% done. There's still a couple more things I need to figure out. But for the most part, it's almost back to its OEM glory, just with the whole sleeper engine in there. All right, so that is good. A lot of people are going to be happy about that. The truck now should be functional, both trailer-wise, and it's going to get a little bit of grip now. All right, we will go in the morning. Okay, making some poutine. Hold on, let me check my plants, show you guys progress there. Potatoes are almost ready to harvest again. Oh my goodness, these are all ready to harvest. You know, I might actually have a huge pack here. Let me tally this up real quick, and then we'll head to town. Oh, some of these aren't quite ready. A lot of them are, though. Most of them should be ready by the end of the day, though. So I don't think I'll have any huge packs. I'm getting close, though. I really do need to go make another order. Also, we got some coffee ready to go too. So folks, what's one really important thing that you should do whenever you go to drive your vehicle? Make sure you have fuel in there. All right, well, thankfully we ran out of fuel right down the road from the house. I just need to go in and get a couple shocks. I guess I should bring a gas can with me and get some gas for the truck. My bad. You know, it's been a while since we've done that. That's a little embarrassing though. Thankfully, I didn't have the trailer, and I was like halfway to town. This is fine. Okay, one of the final pieces of the puzzle is here. Let's go ahead. Oh, there's my gas can. I'll go get the truck here in a minute. Just wanted to get these bad boys slapped on here real quick. Boom. And then finally, the other one is over here. Oh, well, I thought I grabbed it. I went ahead and pulled in the black BMW here. Just stuck it under there. I'm just trying to get a feel for how those lifts are gonna look. All right, let's just lift this up slightly. All right, let's get the final bolts in. Why don't we? Okay, she's ready to come off the lift. Let's go ahead and put her down, see how it sets. Oh, that's nice. I saw it compressed there. I was like, yep. Let's put a smile on my face. It's very clean looking. Let's just make sure she runs. Like I said, not 100% OEM yet. I got a couple more questions, a couple more things I want to figure out. And then I can't even say 100% OEM. I don't know why I'm saying that, because sleeper build. Just got OEM parts on it. Let's go ahead and make sure nothing. Okay, that's a performance brake. That's not what's on here right now. Check out the paint. Paint looks pretty good. Let's go for a little. Oh, she's gonna have a lot of wheel spin. She does have sport tires. Gonna have to adjust that ECU. Probably gonna have to. I don't even know if it's got traction on it right now. Gonna have to add some traction control, but it looks nice. It's just nice to have this, and I feel like this should be permanent for this BMW. Now, I'm okay with the sleeper. Like I said, some people might be like, oh, just put the OEM engine. No, I'm okay with this here, but I want the look. I want like an original one. Also, I need to get that wood out of the road. But yeah, as far as the one that we're gonna modify, it's gonna definitely be the other. This just looks good. It's just clean. So we're gonna park this out front here. Got our sleeper build here. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you guys next time.